My name is Hersman. I'm one of the co-founders of Ushahidi, which is a software platform made to crowdsource crisis information. It was founded in 2008 in the midst of the post-election violence in Kenya, and is now spread throughout the world, being used in places as far as Haiti, Mexico, Afghanistan, Pakistan, and it was all built right here in Kenya.
Can you just give us a short description of what ushahidi does? If we take, for example,
Yes.
Haiti, just describe what is it precisely to people who are not, that much involved in it.
Ushahidi is a web-based platform that allows anybody with a mobile phone, Twitter account, email, access to the internet at all, a way to submit reports of information of things, and we map those and plot them on a timeline as well, so we have an understanding and a visual understanding of what's going on in a given time and place. One of the big uses of Ushahidi recently was in Haiti. Right after the earthquake, 2 hours after, the Ushahidi platform was deployed, and what happened was it quickly became the platform where people would submit information in. We partnered with the mobile operators in Haiti. They gave out a short code. That short code was given to everybody in Haiti as saying, tell us your need and your location, and we'll get back to you. And so that information came in to us. We translated it and mapped it, and then we put it back down to the ground to the relief organizations who helped solve the problems for the people in need. And our goal was to do all of that within 10 minutes. Try and bring it in quickly, visualize it, understand it, push it back down to the ground, have it solved.
So how can the people, when you think about rural areas here in Africa, how can the people participate in this? What do they need to have, and what do they need to do?
The beauty of Ushahidi is this. It was built here in Kenya. It's being built by programmers and mobile application developers all over Africa and the world now. But it's built for the lowest common denominator, which is your SMS-only enabled mobile phone. And as long as you have that, a Nokia 1200, Nokia 1100, you should be able to interact with Ushahidi, send a report in via SMS, receive an alert via SMS, and be a part of that greater ecosystem of both telling people what's going on around you, which is really important, and also understanding what's going on around other people and other things throughout your country or your city or wherever it is that you happen to be using it.
So can you imagine that this kind of concept can be used in different fields, like for example education or whatever?
So Ushahidi is already being used in places that we would never have thought of. It was made to be a free and open source application on purpose. We knew that we could not think of everything that would be needed to run Ushahidi. So we're already seeing it used to track rainforest deforestation in some countries. Other places are using it to monitor drug stockouts of essential medicines. Sometimes it's being used for earthquakes and security problems. And sometimes it's being used to track AIDS and NGOs working in the AIDS sector. And what we're finding too is, as soon as we launched our most recent version of Ushahidi on the cloud, on the server, called CrowdMap at crowdmap.com, the next day there was some educators out there who had created videos on how to use this for the classroom, and how to use this and populate it throughout that whole sector that we don't really come into touch with. So it's really interesting and humbling to see how just one simple software platform can actually affect more than just what we thought it was going to affect in the beginning, which was crisis and disaster. So it goes to prove that you can build a simple platform and have it work in many different industries and sectors beyond what you could think of.
So for example, if some co-op farmers in West Africa would like to use this platform, what do they need to do?
So it's actually very simple. If they would just need to download the software, if they want to, deploy it to their own server, set up a SMS gateway using something free like Frontline SMS, and start using it. The other thing they can do is go to crowdmap.com. 2 minutes later, have something up and going, and then just start sending messages to it. It's really that simple. There is some background administration needed. You'll need somebody to monitor the incoming messages and set up the SMS gateway, but it's made to be as simple as possible, and we're working to make it simpler all the time.
So this is not rocket science for an engineer to set this up?
No, what we found is that the technology is only really 10% of the setup and the running of the operation. Yeah, it's there, it's free, it's easy to use. The rest of it's harder, which is messaging, telling people about it, making sure people use it, administrating it. Those are the kind of things that people need to make sure they have well understood and are on top of to make it happen.
When Ushahidi was started in 2008, nobody thought about it, that it will become such a huge success. What it really turned out to be latestly after Haiti. What do you think is the secret of this success?
It's kind of hard to be objective about a question like that because, I'm so close to it. I think we can do a lot better still.
In which fields?
Well, I think we can make better software. I think we can improve on what we do. I think our team is really, really good. And the community of volunteer developers and programmers and even users, they extend the platform and make it better too all the time. It's kind of humbling to see it go where it's gone, right? But at the same time, it's a challenge to us too. We have to make sure it's simpler, make sure it can be used by more people, make sure that people learn from the others who have gone before them. So if I've deployed to Haiti after an earthquake, when I go to Chile after another earthquake, should I learn everything again? No. I should learn from the lessons of those who've gone before. And so building mechanisms in place to make sure that happens is a big thing for us nowadays.
How do you get funded? There is actually, or is there a business model behind it?
Somewhat of a business model. So, Ushahidi as an organization is funded by private foundations. We don't take any public money from any government. And we do that on purpose. And there are a few revenue streams. One is just pure grants from those foundations. And that's the lion's share of it. And then we take on 1 to 2 projects every year that we get paid to do. And we'll have, before the end of this year, there's going to be at least one more way that people can there's another revenue stream for Ushahidi coming out of the software as a service side.
Okay. So what are the next steps? And this would also be the last question. What are the next steps you have in mind for Ushahidi?
Well, the next steps for us is trying to figure out how to be more sustainable on our own. And some of that comes with creating a revenue strategy that's beyond just grants, and it means also working in the 3 different legs of what Ushahidi is now. One is the leg that is Ushahidi, the free and open source downloadable software, the platform. Another is CrowdMap, the side that's on the server, and the third is SwiftRiver, which is a whole initiative. It's a software in itself. That's used for making sense of large volumes of information. We needed it for verification, so we're helping to build that. But it's also useful for many other organizations to understand what's going on in a large volume of information. So right after a crisis, and you have a great deal of information coming in, what makes sense and what's happening.
Perfect. So the very last thing is, I know you are a user on Twitter. Give us Ushahidi in 140 characters.
Ushahidi is a free and open source platform for crowdsourcing information. Oh man, I'm trying to think of it now. That doesn't sound very exciting.
Not really. Think about it.
All right,
and don't forget the hashtags.
Oh, okay. So, Ushahidi helps to democratize information.
Hashtag?
Hashtag. Okay, let me start that again. Ushahidi helps to democratize information by lowering the barriers to anybody to submit information. I don't even know if that's over 140 characters now.
One more time.
Oh, I've got to see it. I've got to type it to see it. Okay. Ushahidi is a tool that helps democratize information, providing a window into the world of ordinary people.
Hashtag?
Hashtag the end.